All right, I need to talk to you about recommitment. And as you can tell, I'm sitting here sweaty. It's not as balanced and equal as it normally is. Link says hello. Link thinks that after every workout, apparently I am like super cold or something because he loves to like get on top of me. Bed's not made, don't care. I'm actually it's sheets day, so I gotta wash my sheets. So who cares? I don't care one way or another. But I was on the Peloton just now. Hi, Ezra. And oh, Ezzy's here too, look. Ezzy's here too, so. But I was on the Peloton and I was doing my Power Zone Max ride. And we were on there and she had us doing zone 2, 3, and 6, which means nothing to you if you don't know what that is. But 7 is the hardest, so think of 6. And at one point, halfway through, you know, your brain will lie to you. Your brain will come up with, oh my God, I'm winded. Oh my God, it's hard. Oh my God, I'm tired. You got to push past that. And like she was saying, she's like, all right, let's recommit. And I was like, yes, that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. And that's recommitment. And what I mean by recommitment, I'm not even talking about relationships. I'm talking about for yourself. We all set up these goals, right? We all talk about, these are my goals. This is the goals I'm going to accomplish. And sometimes you're like all geared up. You go, you buy the things, you do the stuff. You're like, yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait to do this. Well, like a week or two into it, you're like, well, this isn't fun. This is harder than I thought it was going to be. I don't like this at all, right? So then you start telling yourself the excuses come in, right? Well, I got other things to do, and so I don't really feel like doing it. Blah, 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 blah. Like you start coming up with all of these things. And that's where the recommitment piece comes into play. See, it's not good enough to just say, these are my goals. Number one, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you're like, these are my big goals, that's great. Love that piece. But if you're only focused there and not on how to get there, all of the mundane, boring, hard, sometimes painful steps, you're not going to achieve it. So you're focusing on the wrong thing. No matter who you are, especially for me. I know it may look like, it's funny, I had people on Instagram go, man, you're always really motivated to work out. I'm like, no, quite the opposite of that. But I know it's good for my body. I'm getting older. I'm almost 53 in April. And yes, it's good for my body. It's good for my mind. It's not about what I want. It's about what I deserve and what I need. And if you can focus on that piece versus the want piece, oh man, you're going to start soaring past some of these roadblocks of yours, but you're going to have to recommit. So you know how, and we're coming up on that time, you know how it's almost like January and everybody's going to start talking about new year, new me. Ugh, don't do that. Every day can be a new year. Like stop. But then by like February, into February, people are like, okay, I got other things to do. It's cold outside, you know, like you fall off because it is hard to maintain it, right? I don't think people realize that. Like even your best athletes, even Travis Kelce, even your best singers, your best actors, they get tired of what they're doing. They love it, but they're not always like, yeah, I can't wait. Whoa, got a game today. No, they go, okay, let's change my mindset, because your mindset makes a total difference on success and on joy of learning the lessons, which the lessons are not always fun and joyful. But if you commit to it, then you have to recommit. So that's why every Sunday night, I do a recalibration, or Sunday afternoon, I do a recalibrate. I recalibrate my entire week. Okay, this is my goals. What didn't I achieve? Did I overdo myself? What do I really need to focus on? Where did I drop the ball? Every week. And then every night before I go, okay, what's my day look like? Let me recommit to what my plan is. Am I going to the gym? Am I doing that? Let me get my stuff ready. You've got to constantly sit in a recommitment. So when you're in a recommitment phase, it's going to be helpful for you to know what your actual goal is, right? Because you can't say things like, I want to be happy. I want to feel at peace. I just don't want anxiety. It doesn't mean anything. That's way too blanketed. And it's a goal you'll never meet. So a commitment is never about you wanting to do something. I feel like you need to know that. A commitment is, what do I need to do? So let's say you were like, I'm going to, I don't know, get a Peloton and start working out. I have a set time. They were over here making a mess. Playing with each other. I have a set time, right, that I typically do my Peloton. Try to do it always. I'm a morning person. You have to know yourself. Do you work out better in the evening? I know a lot of people who prefer workouts at night. My son is one. I do not. I would lie to you and be like, yeah, girl, I'll do it later. I lie my ass off because I'm not going to do it, right? So I know I don't necessarily want to do it in the morning, but I know I'm going to be more productive in the morning. It's just what I need to do. But my reasonings have to be solid and they have to be good for my mental health. If I'm like, I'm going to go work out to lose weight, that's the wrong reason. Do not eat healthier. Do not go to the gym. Do not get more sleep because you're trying to lose weight. Take weight loss off the plate. That's going to be a byproduct of you having a commitment to your mental health and moving your body because your body deserves it. You will have a better relationship with it. You will not look at it like, oh my God, I'm not gaining my muscle. I'm not losing weight fast enough. It's not why you're doing it. You're doing it for the day. So make sure that your initial reason for your commitment is solid. Okay. You have to be in a place of solidarity within yourself, because if you're not, you will fall right off the cliff, right? And it's going to be really difficult for you to maintain that. And even if you have all of the best intentions and all of the right reasons and you're doing all of the things, there's no scenario. And I think people have this mistaken thing that if they just want to do it, it's going to be easy. No, it is not. Human brain, it is so much easier to just take the easiest way. The path of least resistance. Let's go that way. Yeah, but this way you could grow and it's harder. Yeah, I don't feel like doing that. I'm going to go this way. Yeah, you challenge yourself. If you see all of the masses going this way, you go this way. That's just how life works if you want success. But in order to do that, you got to baby step it and micro goal it, and recommitment to your goals and to yourself and to where you want to go is the key. So if you have to do it every week like I do, fine. If you have to do it every night before like I do, fine. If you only have to do it once a month, fine. But find your rhythm. Because remember, if you don't do it, no one in the world, nobody really cares if you're meeting your goals. Like nobody really cares. Like nobody's coming for you. We know this already. But you do. And if you don't care about it and you're not doing it for the right reason, like you wouldn't be like, I'm going to lose weight because my partner says I'm fat. No, that's the wrong reason. Or I'm going to go to therapy to save a relationship, but I don't really want to go to therapy. It's not going to work. All right. So unless you're doing it for the right reasons, it isn't going to matter anyway. You can recommit left and right. You can do all of those things left and right. It is not going to matter. All right. So I want you to be very clear in that and be prepared to recommit, because there's going to be times and days that you just don't feel like it. And it isn't about how you feel. It's about what you deserve, how you want to show up for yourself, what it means to show up for yourself. And then ask yourself why you're making the commitment in the first place, right? Because if you're making the commitment in the first place for all of the wrong reasons, it's really not going to matter, okay? It's really not going to matter. So be clear in that. Stay focused on your goals. Know why you're doing them. Recommit often.